Peter Duce has not been that praising. I mean, not to his son Yule Duce, due to the embarrassment disgrace that he brought upon their family. Peter Duce would never have imagined that this would be a topic to discuss for this long. But nevertheless, your son is your son. So Yule Duce, he is going through a lot, and not just him alone. You see, the children of Judy Austin, there is this strange illness, and Yule Duce decided to speak to his father, regardless of their strange, or let us say strained relationship. Because Peter Duce has not ever welcomed Judy Austin. Judy Austin is not part of their Duchess. I mean, she has not been accepted in, not at all. He had advised him, told him, look, you cannot marry this one. This one is a liability. I know she's in the industry. You have told me that she has a lot to offer. She has talent. If well groomed by you guys will achieve, you arrive, you wanted her to be part of you gave reasons why, that you need someone who is in the same industry that you are in, so that both of you can move together. And when you need benching, you will bench. There is nothing that he did not say. Well, Peter Duce said, as far as I am not in support of this, and a lot of people are not in support of the way you went about it, what do you think? What do you expect? Strange things will continuously happen. Yule Duce is the second child from the public. There are terrible things happening, strange things happening. In fact, the little money that Yule Duce could gather here and there, many of them are used in supporting those children's health. And Yule Duce also has been running helter skelter. It is either one fake prophet, fake this and that, one spiritualist here and there, to find out what is really happening. Is it May that is attacking our children? What exactly is this thing? This has always been what Yule Duce and Judy Austin, both of them, have been dealing with. Some might call it karma. Some might say, well, it is as a result of the steps that you guys took. Have you cleared? Are you sure that Judy Austin cleared the differences she had, or the troubles, or whatever it is that she did around Mr. Obasi? Are you sure that Mr. Obasi is not firing arrows? What exactly is this thing? Or is it Yule Duce, you benching a woman that has not cleared herself totally out of her previous marriage? And you also, what exactly is this thing? Calamity upon calamity. Well, Yule Duce, he tried applying orthodox and unorthodox approach to these health challenges and the issues that these children of Judy Austin are experiencing. So the doctor eventually suggested to him, like, look, you have to go meet your parents and you guys sit down and discuss these things, so that you because we've done what we know we can do, and it's not as if we are trying to limit science here. We are not trying to limit science here. But because during the course of, trying to resolve these things scientifically and all of that, you might lose these children. So why don't you apply a two-way approach, orthodox and unorthodox? So Yule Duce contacted his father and started talking about his children here and there. And the man asked, wait, hold on a second. Were you told that I am the one behind your children's health crisis? Or am I a medical doctor? Like, what is this? Why are you telling me? Why are you calling me to discuss this? The other time it was money you loaned from people. Movie that you were supposed to execute and finish. You did not. Sarah Martins gave them my number. They started calling and barging me. Why have you decided to become a bone in my throat? Why have you decided to become a thorn on my flesh at this my old age? What did I do to deserve this? Is this karma? Is there something that I did or my ancestors did, and now I'm being paid brutally, bitterly, badly? Why? Out of all my kids, you have decided to draw the bad leg of the family outside. You have decided to open our nakedness out there. You decided to be so bad. You decided to be so bad. Why are you calling me? What should I do? And Yul Edochie said, no, I'm not saying that you caused anything. Neither was I told that you are behind anything. No, Dad, never. Well, Pete Edochie said, how are you sure that those children are yours? That is the number one thing. How are you sure that these children are yours? Because you were topping their mother up when she was pregnant. That is one taboo in our town, in our home. We don't do this. And secondly, you have attached your name to them. How are you sure these children are yours? So Yul Edochie sort of got upset, asking the father, why? Why are you saying this? Why are you saying this? So you are now a blogger or listening to what blogs are saying? So his father took him down memory lane. Like, when you guys were benching yourself, you and Judy Austin, you were doing these things while Judy Austin was still married or half married. Although, like I said earlier, you cannot decide for anybody who they want to stick with or want to be married to, even when people have not done the taking the necessary steps towards breakup. And breakup starts in the mind. It starts in the mind. So the father said, so you know how this thing started. So what do you expect? So when you guys realize how the journey so far, you've looked at it and you now know that things will burst out and become so bad, then you quickly came out, you started talking about you have a second wife, and you started advertising your kid. So when you were doing your doings, didn't you know that there are consequences to it? When you guys realize that what you are doing, it's totally wrong and there are consequences, it's a taboo, then Judy Austin dishonored Mr. Emmanuel Obasi. You know how you guys went to him and how they returned the bride price, the way they did it and how they went about it. It was so bad. Don't you know that in life it is better not to acquire enemies than to? Do you know if these children are for Mr. Obasi? Because Judy Austin cannot say she was not benching Mr. Obasi once in a while. So, what gives you the assurance that these children do not belong to Mr. Obasi or someone else? But you, as a foolish son, foolish young man, you went ahead acting like you are the lion of Africa, like you are in charge, that you are the Odogu. Now, as Odogu, don't be Odogu only on movie set. Do not be Odogu only on TV screen. Do not be Odogu by roaring and making your voice sound deeper. Be the Odogu now. This is the time to prove that you are the Odogu. Now, Yul Edochie, having heard all of this, got upset and said, well, he's here to tell his father or whoever, whatever it is that they are doing against him and his son, his children, and Judy Austin, they need to stop it now, ASAP. Well, after their back and forth here and there, Mr. Pete Edochie, man who understands culture and tradition, said, well, you are still my son. I will advise you to go and advise your Judy. I don't know if the parents of Judy are not, they are not well grounded in culture and tradition. And moreover, you are the ones that offended Mr. Obasi. Even if you don't want marriage anymore, if their daughter does not want marriage anymore, there are ways to go about it. But since you have offended, you guys must go and retrace your steps. Go and advise her because you entangled yourself with her. And the consequences of her action, probably you catalyzing it, is also affecting you. And that these children that you claim are yours, are you not sure that these kids are Mr. Obasi's own? The other time, it went viral on social media about DNA. You were playing games with Judy Austin on DNA. And also, if those kids are even yours, did Judy Austin finalize the return of bride price as it should be done? Because if she did not, those kids are still under Mr. Obasi, because it is Mrs. Obasi that got pregnant, not Mrs. Yul Edochie. Not at all. Not Mrs. Yul Edochie. It is Mrs. Emmanuel Obasi that got pregnant. Now, Pete Edochie also made reference to some of the clips that we've all seen where Yul Edochie, Judy Austin, and the father, they were on this movie set. And in fact, when Rita Edochie talked about this crazy marriage of Yul Edochie and Judy, the response Yul Edochie gave was to post a screenshot of Judy on her knees in front of Pete Edochie, and Yul Edochie standing behind her, talking. He wanted to deceive gullible fans of his and that of Judy that his father is aware of everything. Pete Edochie said, you know that I support you in whatsoever. That period wasn't the right time for me to have supported you or to have done any of this with you. At that time, Judy was also pregnant, but I supported you. I still supported you on this because I don't want to throw you away. I supported you. That was not the right time for me to support you. I supported you. You should have applied wisdom to everything that you are doing. You manipulated me to pray, to bless Judy. But now, enough is enough. Enough is enough. All of this must come to an end. So now, is Yul Edochie going to Mr. Obasi to... I don't think Yul Edochie will have to go to Mr. Obasi. He has no business with Mr. Obasi. It has to do with Judy Austin and her family. They were the ones that played the show in a bad way with Mr. Obasi. And Mr. Obasi, they just have to do the needful. That is the truth. They have to do the needful around Mr. Obasi. They have to, they have to correct the wrong. Because if they do not correct it, and Mr. Obasi did not say, okay, I answer off this and that and that. She was still my wife when she got pregnant for you. If Mr. Obasi does not clarify that part, well, Yul Edochie might go through more terrible times.